Hi, it's Tuesday night, the 12th of January, and day 12 of 2021. Today's Living the Dream experience was being able to design my new member checklist sheet and have Fahad add a button to the Living the Dream coaching page that opens up that sheet for new members who want to cancel. I was also able to write out and record a video for that cancellation of membership landing page for when folks want to cancel their membership. Fahad got all the pieces I sent to him and got those pages working, those links working. So that again was a living the dream experience, seeing it come into the world of the physical because it went so smoothly, and it's into the world of the physical because I acted on it. Bam, done. This morning, my power statement said, I'm going to reach out again to both my YouTube account managers, Tanya, as well as to Croy Sather, in the hopes that they'll be back and get back to me soon. I am going to finish up any miscellaneous tasks that I have had to be doing on this added to the side list while I wait to hear from them. Anyhow, here's my to-do list for Tuesday right there. Got it all done. Wadding that up. Check. And I also had this list of all the things accumulated. Got them all checked off. Finally got those all done. And this is a few others that got added up that I finished up today as well. So, bam, lots of stuff. My number one most important task for today was to connect with Tanya, like I said, so she can answer a few questions that I have and then help me get that ad up again. My fun task for today was having Fahad see my messages in Fiverr and jumping right on and getting that cancellation of membership system all finished up, as well as that new member checklist working. He got it done, and I'm so excited. Thank you, Fahad. And my exciting task for today, once again, was to reach out to Croy about the Instant Manifestation Secrets audio series landing page that he's going to build out for me. I haven't heard from him for a couple weeks now, and so I'm getting a little nervous. I was trying to reach out to him, and hopefully I'll connect with him today. I finally heard back from Tanya at Google. She emailed me a couple of emails and gave me her direct phone number. She said if it's hard to reach her, it's really best that I text her or email her, and email's preferred, and so that's what I did, and she got back to me. I'm still trying to connect with Croy, like I said. My end of the day success routine question says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with the power? Win the day is always makes my day start with power. I start strong, I stay strong, and I end strong. Were you productive throughout your day? Yes, I was. Did you get the most important things done? You saw all those pieces come to the portal of my mind and manifest in the world of the physical, page after page I saw there. Did you move your goals forward? Most definitely. And I showed up, as the person I wanted to be today and served me the best. And what about your personal time with Kathleen? We had a wonderful evening. She works from 8 to 5, until 5:15 or so. And so we're not really seeing each other except lunchtime during the day, but the evenings we're together. So she was present for me and I was present for her. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, I promised myself that I would do all the 3 tasks that I listed there and jump on the other couple of task sheets and get those lists of tasks done as well. I can't control Troy or Tanya, but I did hear back from Tanya, which is wonderful, and I'm sure I'll ultimately hear back from Croy as well. So I feel I kept the promises I made to myself of those things that I could control. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you go to the movies, and did you make time for any instant replay movies? Well, this morning I watched my must-see TV favorite 5 movies like I always do during the mindfulness time, and then I took a little more time to go to the movies and watch the instant pre-play movie about my cancellation process and the new member checklist working. Imagine it working as though it's done and then seeing Fahad do it exactly the way we designed it. That was so exciting. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better tomorrow? Well, with the habit of taking time throughout each day now to stop, to think, and to catch myself so I can ponder on my affirmations and see if I'm doing it, I'm going to now go ahead and change that up. And so my power statement for tomorrow says, I'm going to focus on making the YouTube ad work so that I get those 10 participants that I need to do my focus group as soon as possible. The next question of my end of the day 6 routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that I can turn into a tool of success? Well, because I have had over 7,000 impressions of my YouTube focus group ad, and nearly 35 of them were views, impressions, they see it, views listened to beyond the 30 seconds, I've only gotten one person to request to participate though. And so I'm changing up the video ad. I did a re-video of the recording. My first video ad, was it a failure? Well, I think it was in the sense that it just got one person so far with all that many views. However, this is the process we have to go through when we do online marketing. It's a trial and error process until we hit on an ad that works through the best practice and through adjustment, tweak, tweak, tweak. Bam, you hit one, then you run with it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm confident I'm going to get there. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was getting that cancellation campaign all up and going with the new member checklist, and it's done and it's off my list. Check! It just feels great. My next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I gave today's effort another 9. I worked at the speed of 9 all day today, but due to the fact that it has taken a little longer than I thought it would to talk to Tanya, that has slowed me down in my YouTube ad process, and so I deemed it a point today. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says there is magic in thinking big. I started reading a new book, and it's called The Magic of Thinking Big, right, by Dr. David Schwartz. He begins with the preface that talks about a vice president who was in charge of marketing for his company. Dr. Schwartz says he was there and listened to this man, and he was super excited. He wanted to drive home a point to his reps. He had with him on the platform the leading representative in that organization. Dr. Schwartz described him as a very ordinary looking fellow who earned $60,000 for that year. Now, this was back in 1959, so that was a lot of money, a lot of fantastic income for a year. The earnings of the other representatives, for example, averaged $12,000 a year, or the guy made 5 times more income than them. The executive challenged the group. Here's what he said. I want you to take a look at Harry here. Look at him. Now, what's Harry got that the rest of you haven't got? Harry earned 5 times the average income of you representatives, but is Harry 5 times smarter than you? No, not according to our personal test. I checked. They show he's about average in that department, he said. And did Harry work 5 times harder than you fellows did, or you gals? Of course not. According to the reports, no. In fact, he took more time off than most of you did. Did Harry have a better territory, you might be asking? Again, I've got to say no. The accounts averaged about the same. Did Harry have more education? Better health? Again, no. Harry is about as average an average guy that you could expect for this, except for this one thing, he said. The difference between Harry and the rest of you, said the vice president. Now think about that. The difference is Harry, what do you think it is? He said, the difference is that Harry thought 5 times bigger than all of you. Man, these principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the law of big thinking, which says success is determined not so much by the size of one's brain as it is by the size of one's thinking. The more I observe people and the more I talk with them, I've come to believe that big thinking is truly what's behind success. Case after case has proven to me that the size of one's bank account, the size of happiness accounts, and the size of one's general satisfaction account is dependent on the size of one's thinking. This leads me to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Dr. Schwartz, who said this simply: there certainly is magic in thinking big. Now you might be saying to yourself, Coach B, if thinking big accomplishes so much, why doesn't everybody think that way? Well, here's the answer. All of us, more than we recognize, are products of the thinking around us. And much of this thinking is little, not big. As ordinary a man as I am, I saw an opportunity to make more than $1 million in less than 5 years with the vehicle that I was getting hired to go and do, because I believe I could make $1 million. I believe that I had a hold of an opportunity that was bigger than others around me thought that it was. And I took action on that belief that it was possible to make that $1 million. And the result? I made $1.4 million in less than 4 years. Fabulous, fabulous. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it there. I'll be right back here at my laptop sharing more thoughts and feelings since I'm reading that book. You're going to hear about it throughout the whole several weeks. It's going to be fun, and sharing my video journal entry. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.